Good morning, students. So in this video we will discuss the animal tissues. In the previous videos we have already learnt about the plant tissues, and if you have not seen those videos then please watch them. Now this is the second part of our chapter tissues, which is animal tissues. Now animal tissues, or you can basically say the tissues which are present in human beings. So animal tissue, they are of four types. If we categorize animal tissue into major categories, they are of four types. First is epithelial tissue. Tissue is the tissue which forms the covering of our body, like our skin. Then connective tissue. Connective tissue is the type of tissue which connect different organs of our body, because our body works in a coordinated way. So substances has to be transported from one place to another in our body. So in that, connective tissue helps. Then comes the muscular tissue. So muscular tissue is present in our muscles. Now muscles help us to move. Muscles, they helps to move us from one place to another. Those are our voluntary muscles. But there are muscles which are also present in our internal organs, because in our internal organs there are movement of substances. So to move substances from one place to another, they have to continuously contract and relax, and that is why for that muscular tissue is also present in our internal organs, which helps in movement of the substances, or you can say in moving the substances in the forward direction. Then nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is the tissue which is present in our brain or nerves, and they helps us to think, and it controls all the work of our body. Now in this video we will start with epithelial tissue. So what is epithelial tissue? It is a covering. We are calling it as a covering? Like you cover your notebook so that you can protect it, and it can help in the protection of the notebook from the outside forces. So similarly, epithelial tissue works as a cover, and like cover helps in protection, similarly epithelial tissue is a covering which is helping us in protection of our body. That is why it is also called as the protective tissue in the animal body. So it is the tissue which is present in the outermost layer of our skin. So if you are watching yourself in the mirror and you are able to see what you are able to see, you are able to see the skin of your body. That is the epithelial tissue. So it forms the continuous sheet on both external and internal body and body organs. So continuous sheet means that the cells, they are continuous. They have a kind of cementing material. For example, if these are the epithelial cells, and then there is cementing material in between them, which makes them almost so compact that they lack intercellular spaces. So it forms continuous sheet on external and internal body. External body means, for example, this is a person and this is the hand, and if I draw it here, this is the outermost layer, which is the skin, which is visible to the person. Then after the skin there will be an end, where again this skin will end up, and there will be blood vessels, then there would be bone, there would be blood. So all other types of tissues will be present. So outer layer and then the inner layer. So this is how it forms the continuous sheet, both externally and internally. So this is present in the whole body. Now this is about the external and internal body. It also forms the external and internal covering of the body organs. Like I have drawn here stomach. So this is the stomach. This outermost layer is of epithelial cells, and if we go inside the stomach and see the stomach like a wall, then if we see the stomach wall, it will again be of epithelial cells. So sometimes you can just learn it that epithelial cell, the layer of epithelial cells which are which are present on the outer side, it is called as epithelium, and the epithelial cells which are present on the internal side of the organ, ये अंदर की साइड पे प्रेजेंट है, तो सिंपली दैट इज वाई इट इज कॉल्ड एज द एंडोथीलियम, जस्ट टू डिफरेंशिएट इट दैट it just to differentiate that this is present outside and endothelium is present on the inside of the organ. Okay, so now let us go through the features of epithelial tissue. So it is a continuous single layer with almost no intercellular spaces. तो एक continuous single layer होती है जिसमें almost intercellular spaces they are absent, and it also plays an important role in exchange of material between the body and external environment, because whatever has to enter the body, it will first have to cross the epithelial tissue. So it forms a kind of a barrier or a wall between the body and the external environment, and also between the body parts, because it is also helping in separating the different body parts from each other, because it is like a limiting membrane. It is like a limiting membrane for the organs, so it is helping it in separating it from other organs. Now all the epithelial tissue have a basement membrane made up of collagen. So all the cells which are present in the epithelial tissue, they stays together because of the presence of collagen. Like this is the collagen, and over it cells are present. So what is the importance of this collagen? This collagen helps in binding these cells strongly together, so that this layer of cells, they do not become loose. As you know that with age, what happens is that wrinkles appears over the skin. Why do wrinkles happen? It is because with age, this collagen tissue, it starts to degrade. The level of collagen tissue starts to degrade with age. That is why skin become loose, or we can say the wrinkles appear with the age. Now it facilitates healing of wound by regenerating process. Regeneration का मतलब क्या होता है? That फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर आपको कभी भी कहीं पे भी बाई चांस चोट लग जाती है, देन यू कैन सी दैट द स्किन, द वुंड्स और द सेल्स ऑफ योर स्किन, दे रीअपियर आफ्टर सम टाइम. दो complete organ cannot be formed. You cannot say that if you remove a kidney and it will reappear. It is not like that. Only the skin cells, they can regenerate in animals. So epithelial tissue is actually a regenerative tissue in animal cells, because it has specialized cells which help it in healing. It has some specialized cells which can divide and help in healing of the wounds. That is why if anyone get an injury over their skin, or their skin get disintegrate, so with the time the skin heals because of the regenerative property of the epithelial tissue. So now we will study about the epithelial tissue, and in this video we will only talk about the two types of epithelial tissue, and all the rest of the parts that we will discuss in the next video. So first is squamous epithelium. Now we are discussing about the types of epithelium. First is the squamous epithelium, very simple type of squamous epithelium, or the very initial type of epithelium tissue. This is how squamous epithelium looks like. It has a basement membrane. Basement membrane is present in all types of epithelial cell, and it is the basement membrane over which the cells are arranged. So basement membrane is made up of, as we have already discussed, is made up of collagen, which helps in binding these cells together tightly. And these are simply a single layer of cells. This is nucleus, cytoplasm. So these are thin flat cells and forms the delicate lining. Delicate lining means weak lining. Because it is just a single layer of cells, it cannot make a tough covering. So it is a soft layer of tissue. Now where it is found, this is very important for you. This I have already underlined them. It is important for you to remember the location of all these different types of epithelium, because this usually come in as a 1 mark question that you have to tell that which type of epithelium tissue is found in this or in this. So that is why you have to remember that where this particular type of tissue is found. So it is found in lining of the blood vessels. जो भी हमारी blood vessels होती हैं, blood vessels की जो सबसे बाहर वाली lining है उसमें क्या present होती है, squamous epithelium होता है. Lung alveoli क्या होती है, इस तरीके का स्ट्रक्चर होता है, बलून जैसा स्ट्रक्चर होता है इसका, और ये लंग से एयर को लेके हमारे ब्लड तक पहुंचाता है. देन मेनली इसका ये कहाँ पे पाया जाता है, जहाँ पे ट्रांसपोर्टेशन का काम हो, वेयर देर इज वर्क ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, लाइक अवर alveoli or the blood vessels, they help in transporting the substances. So where the transportation has to be occurred through the selectively permeable membrane, because this layer of cell because this is a living membrane. Animal cells, they are living, they form the living tissue. So squamous epithelium is basically a thin layer of cell which is present where transportation is required through a selectively permeable membrane. And apart from this type of tissue is also present in esophagus. Esophagus is our food pipe, and lining of the mouth. Lining of the mouth means the internal side of our cheeks, where the squamous epithelium is found. Now, stratified squamous epithelium. Stratified squamous epithelium is a little modified form of squamous epithelium. Like in squamous epithelium, there were only single layer of cells. Here, many layer of cells are present. Many layer of squamous cells are present. Basic structure is same, that basement membrane is present. Basement membrane made up of collagen is also present here. It is present in all types of epithelium. Then there are a lot of cells arranged in layer over layer, one layer, then second layer, then again above that third layer and more. So it is basically found where thick surface is required. So thick surface is required at the places where protection is required, where firm protection is required, so that it can endure harsh environment. Because in the harsh environment, cells, they are continuously removed, or they become continuously disintegrate from the tissue, and new cells, they appear, like in the skin cells. In our skin, this stratified squamous epithelium is found, where there is a layer of squamous cells one over the other, and it is to prevent the wear and tear. Wear and tear means that our skin is continuously in contact with the environment. So the skin cells, they are facing the harsh condition of the environment. So the outermost cells of the skin, they are continuously getting removed from our body, and then new skin cells are continuously reappearing. So it is designed in such a way so that it can tolerate the harsh condition of the environment. And because this layer is arranged in pattern of layers है ना, एक के ऊपर एक, so this is why it is called as the stratified squamous epithelium, because stratified means one layer over the other, then the other. So that is why called as stratified squamous epithelium. So these are the two types of epithelium. Now the rest types we will discuss in the next video. This is all for the day. I hope the topic is clear to you. Thank you.